G'day, Graham Campbell's my name. I've been in Broome for nearly 22 years, been in business in town for 25 years. Currently the Shire President and been on council for 11 years, 9 of those as the President of this great town. Very involved in lots of activities in the towns. The Shire of Broome, it may surprise some people to realise the Shire of Broome's the size of Tasmania, some 56,000 square kilometres. So it's not a small municipality, but basically we have one major town, which is Broome, and we have some 84 small and medium-sized communities. The Shire in itself has done some 30-year visioning. We call it 2040 visioning. And that lines up pretty well with what the state's saying, and that is that we can expect a population, permanent population of 40,000 plus in the next 30 years. I've got to point out that whilst we might have a population of around 17,000 people, June, July, August, when at peak tourism season, we're in the order of 34,000, 35,000 people. So it's not as though Broome doesn't have the capacity to expand. It already can expand in those peak tourism months. Look, I think the future of Broome's pretty rosy. In any economic situation, you do have downturns and you certainly have swings upwards. If you look at the trending of Broome over the last 30 years, we've faced challenges such as airline strikes, such as the demise of an airline that caused significant downturn in the area. Well, we bounced back from that, and there would be some that would say the proposed development up at James Price Point has caused a great deal of negativity. I challenge people though to have a look at the opportunity in the town associated with the Browse gas fields, where there is major exploration going on. Broome is about livability, and that's the key to any development. You need livability. When we surveyed our people in the town, and we had significant input into our 2040 visioning, the key messages coming out was about affordability. It was about livability. It was about house prices. It was about rent. And then it went to about job opportunity. Then it went to about training, and then it went to education. If I was looking into Broome, and I was a family person, of which I am, but obviously I live here, but I'd have a look at the fact that Broome High School was the highest rated high school in 2012 in Western Australia. I'd have a look at the fact that the Kimberley Training Institute won in Australia an award for best practice and one of the best training institutes in Australia. You have a look at that modelling. Then you have a look at a regional hospital concept. Broome is a regional centre with all the attached regional development associated with it. So as government services grow in terms of regionalisation, there's opportunities. As other sectors develop, there's more opportunities. So I guess spreading the opportunity across a diverse set of economic drivers is a real chance for Broome. We're also involved in what we call LIFO. Now, there's some connotations of FIFO and the issues associated with that. We're taking the reverse approach. LIFO is live in and fly out. Now, we're already getting people living in Broome and flying down to the Pilbara. Living in Broome, flying out to mine sites. It's not foreign to us, it's been done before, but where else would you want to live where you've got great beaches, good education, good health services, you've got a fully justified justice system, there's shops, there's opportunity, and I'll also make the point that the affordability of housing and the rentability of housing is the best in the Pilbara and in the Kimberley. The Shire supports any opportunity for people to get into mainstream housing, and one of the issues in Broome, again going back to my comments about affordability and livability, when in the areas of tourism and accommodation, they're not significantly highly paid jobs. So the town has struggled in the past to be able to get people to be able to work in the town, who can afford to pay rent and live in the town. Oh, excuse me. With an NRAS scheme, that gives investors the opportunity to get a full return whilst giving the people that are renting the houses, either the employers or the employees, an opportunity to get a discounted rent which they can afford. So anything that it can attract people and retain people in the town is certainly strongly supported by the Shire.